On top of our rundown this week is how great of a year India has had. To put it quite simply, 2023 has been India's year. From global recognition to a sharp uptick in improvement in the country's economy to political health and even sporting glory, India has dominated in all fields and have made sure that they are a force to be reckoned with. Which is why our top story today is a roundup of the year that India has had. Take a look.
India at the helm, the chair of the group of 20 of the world's biggest economies on a single stage.
नई दिल्ली G20 लीडर्स समिट डिक्लेरेशन पर सहमति बनी है.
A human-centric vision, a collaborative approach towards innovative solutions to global problems is defined in the theme Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, or One Earth, One Family, One Future. There can be no denying the opportunities the G20 summit in New Delhi held out to India as a leading voice on the global stage, as the voice of the global south, as an economic powerhouse that holds a strong say on the future of the global economy. There's been a distinct push to expand the grouping, representing the realities of the 21st century.
The Prime Minister's proposal to G20 leaders to include African Union as a permanent invitee in the G20 process, I think is only reflective of our own position that has remained consistent over the years. And we do believe that the African Union, with its 54 members, with tremendous potential for the future, has to be a part of any international governance process, starting with an influential grouping like the G20.
Keeping the focus on India's rising say in the Committee of Nations, geopolitics to military. From submarine sales, co-production of jet engines to big-ticket arms deals, India is at the center of a new global tilt to shift the power center away from China and Russia. Countries like the US, UK, France and Germany are stepping up their military ties with India. The first state visit for Prime Minister Modi to the US was a landmark for the New Delhi-Washington partnership in multiple ways. Most notably, it included International Yoga Day celebrations at the UN headquarters, a state dinner at the White House, a slew of path-breaking bilateral meetings, a US Congress address by Modi, and an interaction with the Indian-American diaspora. PM Modi by his side in the East Room of the White House, the US President highlighted strategic milestones.
I look forward to discussing how we can strengthen our partnership and build a future together worthy of both our peoples. One grounded on democracy, human rights, freedom, and the rule of law.
This feather in India's cap is as big as it gets. The 23rd of August 2023, the date goes down in history for India and for humankind.
India is on the moon.
The world had waited for this moment with bated breath. 1.4 billion prayers rested on this. The moments can hardly be expressed, only felt. India becomes the first country to land on the moon's south pole and only the fourth ever to reach the surface of the Earth's closest cosmic neighbor and natural satellite, that speck in the sky that has intrigued generations. The celebrations and congratulatory messages from around India and the world are a testament to years of hard work of our scientists, of huge lessons learned, of massive challenges overcome. And it propels India into the future like seldom before.
ये कोई साधारण सफलता नहीं है. ये अनंत अंतरिक्ष में भारत के वैज्ञानिक सामर्थ्य का शंखनाद है।
On the legal front, few rulings have been as historical for the Union of India as the Supreme Court's nod to withdrawal of special status to Kashmir. A nearly 8-decade-old dispute over Jammu and Kashmir's integration with India stands resolved for good. The judgment is a massive precedent, paving the way to resolving complex political and legal issues within the parameters of the Indian Constitution.
The state of Jammu and Kashmir does not have internal sovereignty, which is distinguishable from the powers and privileges enjoyed by other states in the country. Article 370 was a feature of asymmetric federalism and not sovereignty.
Another episode that had the world's eyes glued on India, a rescue operation taking on massive odds. As the 41 workers who were trapped in the Silkiara tunnel in Uttarakhand came out alive after 17 days, it was difficult to say whose joy was greater. The trapped workers, their families, the nation that had watched and prayed each day, or the rescue teams that had been working day and night. A multi-party team was at work throughout. The national and state disaster response forces, the Indian Army, border roads organizations, police and local authorities, alongside the National Highways and Infrastructure Development Corporation. This is the new India, a new parliament building that symbolizes above all else a breaking away from colonial shackles. Inaugurated in 2023, the new Parliament House symbolizes the aspirations of 1.4 billion Indians. It also reflects the strength of Indian democracy, readying for ever new dimensions. Just months to go for India's next parliamentary elections, due in April-May 2024. The world's largest democracy awaits the biggest date on its political calendar.